Hello and welcome to a new episode of Vedic Spirituality. I am your host, my name is Madan Gopaldas, and I'm very excited to welcome you to our channel, and let's go straight to the topic. Today's topic is about reincarnation. So to understand this topic, we first have to understand what is the body, what is the mind, and what is the soul. So according to Vedic understanding, the soul is a spiritual energy. It's a higher energy distinct from the material energy, and it is a small particle of the supreme soul, the supreme spiritual entity, which is God. And this small spark is eternal. It has no beginning, it has no end, and it is the source of consciousness. The body itself consists of material elements and doesn't have consciousness by itself. It only appears to live as long as the living entity, the soul, is present inside the body. And that we also, it is in our experience that as soon someone dies, means the soul will leave the body is dead, and it deteriorates, and the elements will again mix with the cosmos, with the nature. The body will rot or will be burned, and the ashes, the water will go to the water, the earth will go to the earth, the fire will go to the fire. It will just dissolve. The body will just dissolve. So due to the presence of the soul, everyone seems to be alive. But so that is about the soul. Secondly, we have to understand that there are two types of bodies. There's the gross body, consisting of the senses, the organs, and there is the subtle body, which consists of the mind, the intelligence, and the false ego. So what actually happens at the time of death is that the gross body and the subtle body, the connection between these two break, and the subtle body will carry the soul to a new destination. In the Bhagavad-gita, I will put the verse in the description. There is said that the final thought, the last thought we have in our mind at the time of death, that will be the destination where we go to. So if at the last moment we are thinking of dogs, so to say, because we have so much love for dogs, that then our mind will carry us to the womb of a she-dog, where we will develop a new body. And if at the time of death we are thinking about, like as a man, we are thinking about women because we are so attracted to women, then the mind will bring us to the womb of a mother, and we will develop a female body. We will become a woman. Similarly, if a woman thinks about a man at the time of death, she will become a man. Or any species you can think of. Even if you love angels so much, at the time of death, if you think about angels, you will become an angel. If you think about fairies, you will become a fairy. If you think about horses, you will become a horse. So it's easy to understand, because as long we live, the mind, means the subtle body, and the gross body, they are connected. They're together, and the mind cannot run away from the gross body. But at the time of death, this connection is broken, and the mind is free to go wherever it wants, and like this, the subtle body, the mind, will carry the soul to a new body. And that is the principle of reincarnation. So therefore, in the Vedic culture, it is emphasized that we should be careful what mentality we develop. Because according to the consciousness and mentality we develop through our life, that will bring us to a certain destination. and everybody wants to be happy. So we should be careful that we come to a desirable destination. According to Vedic understanding or Vedic philosophy, the most desirable destination is not any of the living entities in this material world, but that the soul will realize its eternal identity as a spirit and go back to the spiritual world. So therefore Vedic spirituality aims or trains us during the life to clean our mind of materialistic pursuits and teach us already now spiritual activities, so that by the power of these spiritual activities we will be carried back to the spiritual world, where there will be no more death and birth. As long we accept bodies in this material world, there will be always death, old age, disease, and after that again birth. So this is a cycle, and we might be lucky for some days, for many lifetimes, and have good birth, has a good life. We will be born in a wealthy family with a good intelligence, with a beautiful body. We might even go to higher planetary systems where we enjoy like gods and angels. But eventually we also may come in a bad cycle where we will be trapped in bad activities, we will develop bad mentality, and eventually we might go to hellish planets. We'll have to suffer there for a certain time, and we will be born in families that are broken and have a lot of suffering. So it's a very inconsistent place, the material world, and it is described like a carousel. It goes up and down. Sometimes we're in have a good birth, sometimes we have a bad birth, sometimes we have a good. So therefore the Vedic spirituality encourages us to not mess with this material world, but go back to our original place, to the spiritual world, where we have a life of eternal happiness with full self-realization. So that is I can just summarize the principles of reincarnation. The principles are that we have two bodies, a gross body and a subtle body. At the time of death, the gross body and the subtle body will be separated, and the subtle body will carry the living entity, the soul, to another body. And this will happen until we have achieved self-realization. We understand clearly what is our real identity, what is our spiritual identity, and what is our eternal duty, what is our eternal purpose of life. And as soon our mind is purified and our intelligence is purified and understands these things, but until that time we accept one material body after another that gives us the opportunity to enjoy this world, and in the other hand gives us the opportunity for self-realization. Yeah, and this is the video for today. I hope you learned something about reincarnation, what is the actual concept of reincarnation in the understanding of the Vedic scriptures. And if you liked, like always, please subscribe, hit the notification bell so you will not miss any upload, and give me a thumbs up. It will help me to continue this channel. Hare Krishna.